say I don't play the same games you play. Cause I've been talking to the people that you call your friends, and it seems to me there's a means to it and they don't care anymore. And as for me, I could sit here and bide my time. I got nothing to lose if I speak my mind. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say. We never play by the same rules anyway. I won't be there anymore. Get out of my way, let me by. I got better things to do with my time. I don't care anymore.
That's right, we don't care anymore. We're here to have a lot of fun. Welcome to Meltdown, brought to you by WNF Productions. I'm Hell's Cat Dad. Sorry we're running a little behind schedule, but it's all good. Want to welcome everybody. Hope everybody's having a great evening. A lot of action coming out for tonight. Dexter, why don't you go ahead and run down the Edith side really fast, and I will run down the Bad Company side of the Poppers.
Over here on Edith's, we have Buffalo in the E3, Slicer in the Centurion Action X, Ninja Pro in the IS-4, Logi in the IS-7, Miller and Bat in 57 Heavies, and Johnny in the E100.
Over on the Bad Company side, here we go. Mark Jackson and Weasel, both in Bat Chats. Hunt Jack, Butane, IS-7s, Touchy B, DJ, and Hokey, all in T57 Heavies. Off we go, guys. Theme song for Meltdown. Thank you going out to Hell Yeah, I Don't Care Anymore. Brought to you by 11-7 Music. Thank you for tuning in this evening. I will be on the air as long as these storms let me. So, can't wait for everything. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has tuned in. Thank you so very much. You guys are awesome. Remember to crank up that resolution. Don't watch this in auto. Crank that up 1080p. Enjoy the tanking experience. So it looks like kickoff map tonight, Hemmelsdorf. The night edition. Did you turn on the rain?
No.
Because it's raining.
I did not turn on the rain.
Interesting.
Maybe it was just a new update.
Made the update so
I always thought it
Hemmelsdorf.
was raining.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They did it to Hemmel. It doesn't seem like a heavy rain, but interesting, nevertheless. All right, both teams making their way up to the hill. Nobody going low. Weasel and Mark Jackson already up top, of course, in those Bat Chats over on each side. 57s are leading the way. IS-4 pushing the IS-3 up. The Axe staying behind to make sure no flanks were coming. Now, honestly, in this type of scenario here, Poppers want to get up here as quick as possible because that's a lot of firepower. But now Weasel and Mark Jackson can hold them and not let them come up. This could be a huge payout here. Mark and Weasel both hanging back so they don't get proxy spotted. Now, if they could track and just melt cut bait here, it's going to be completely awesome. There we go. They just need to track them. Weasel's bailing. Oh, there he goes. Rest of Poppers now in the fight. Here comes the IS-7s melting. IS-7 to Loggy. Loggy gone. Edith's now going to down 2 tanks. And now Poppers are going to put some people on the cap to now force their hand. Mark Jackson almost done with his reload. It's like the 57 heavies are going to go low. Smart move, have them come up and around. Craig Miller was set on fire there. Touchy B getting Craig Miller out of there now. E3 is pushing on Mark Jackson. But DJ putting fast work into Una Buffalo. Touchy B almost reloaded. He should be able to melt the E3 here very shortly. Let's go up top. Hunt Jack, Butane, and Hokie are all holding off the rest of the E100. Axe just now starting to get into the fight. I don't know what's going on there. Ninja Pro, unfortunately, already down quite a bit. Huge hits from the IS-7s into the E100. What do you think of this strategy, Dax?
About the 3 tanks falling back down the road, causing a choke point?
Yep.
It minimizes their crossfire, but there's just too many guns.
Yeah, just too slow to get up to the top with that with those tank picks. Maneuverability of the IS-7s and the Batch Hats able to beat them up there. Poppers winning this one, 7 and out. Do the damage here really fast. Going down each side. Johnny B coming out with a 1610, Una Buffalo coming out with a 1645, and Ninja able to come out with 1350 on that side. Over on the Popper side of the world, decent damage spread here. Hokie did come in with 1190, but everybody else putting in their work. Touchy B, 3 kills, 3280. Butane throwing out 3614. DJ coming out with the 2637 and a kill. WNF's very own Weasel coming out with 1 kill, 1473. Mark Jackson with 2402. Just to inform everybody, this will be the last 7 p.m. time slot game for Mondays. Unfortunately, it just trying to get the staff and other teams to be able to commit to this time is very, very difficult. Other than for people in the East Coast or in the Euro, it's a decent time. But you're looking at almost 4 o'clock Western right now. It's what, 4:25 on the West Coast. People just now getting off in the mountain region.
Yeah, and they're trying to turn my area into the mountain time zone.
Really? They're wanting to do Western, North, and South Dakota into the mountain, huh?
Well, Bismarck, which is pretty much right below us, is mountain. And we're above them with Central, so it's...
Yeah, I mean, the time zone change there, even in Nebraska, I mean, you have to go almost 140, 150 miles into Nebraska coming from the west side before the time change. So, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, to make a clear dividing line because they kind of with it jotting off. All right, both sides picked here. I'll just do it really fast. We're on the pop. Eats 2. Slicer in the Axe, Buffalo in a Bat Chat, Loggy in a Bat Chat, Ninja in an IS-4, Craig Miller in a T57 Heavy, along with Johnny and Cutbait. We're on the Popper side. Jackson, Weasel, both in Bat Chats yet again. Trinidad, Butane, both in IS-7s, and then Touchy B, DJ, and Hokey, all in 57 Heavy. Bada bing, bada boom. We have some tanks in this room.
Now here's the question: did I switch sides? Dang it.
This TLP started out on the right side.
I know. I was trying to make you question me.
All right, here we go. Three mediums out of that east side of the camp, so they're going to get up there relatively quickly. See if they can beat Mark Jackson and Weasel, but unfortunately that north spawn has a little bit quicker time getting up there, so going to put these three mediums some pressure on them to really drive it perfectly. Let's see if Loggy's able to maneuver right through here and not get screwed up by any of the... Yep, he does. Unfortunately, with the Bat Chat, it does seem that every once in a while, if you're not careful, you'll catch that, that corner. Don't know this, but they could have Weasel and also Mark Jackson could have made it up there. The Action X didn't make it completely up there. But now, it's interesting that Eats is going to be playing their Bat Chat there. I would wrap around because right here they're going to trap themselves. All right, now TLP is now in the same position as before that Eats was in, where everybody's crowded. But here we go. Big push. Buffalo get melted. Look at that focus fire. '57 Heavies now. Eats 2 coming out. Going low. Craig, why would you do that? Stay low. You're getting melted, buddy. And a side scraping. Wow, look at the formation coming out of TLP there. IS-4 needs to get in the front of that line. Slicer needs to get back. Let that IS-4 get in there. Let him use that armor. There you go. Loggy shouldn't be worried about there. Help your guys on the left. Just saying this to help you guys out just a little bit. If you're going to watch the vids on the show, you should have rotated your Bat Chats and your Action X's left. Counteract those 57s. You could have DPM'd them. Johnny B going to be going down. Cutbait was looking right instead of left, so 2 tanks down for Eats. There went to 4 tanks down. 5 tanks. Just mop-up duty now here. DJ's going to come in with a full clip. Weasel with the ram. There we go. TLP going up 2-zip.
Now we're off to Sand River.
Alrighty. Who was that pick?
That was Edis.
Over on the damage board, over on that side, Logi coming in with the 1900, and Ninja coming in with the 1731. Now over on the Popper side, Touchy B coming out with 4K game. GG's. Weasel pulling up mop-up duty with a 4 kills, 1545. Butane with a 2152 with 2 kills. Oki coming in with a 2825. Just a reminder, Eats is Edis's second team. So that's why we have the Edis up, but this is their debut tonight on WNF. So thank you for coming out, Eats 2.
And it makes me want to say, I want to go eat something too.
Yep, go eat something too.
Bingo.
And then also, so it's night of debuts. So Eats 2 coming out, and then it is the WNF debut of NF2G. Second NFTG team, so it's going to be pretty fun here, guys. So stick around. A lot of great teams coming out. Tonight's scheduling, so we have TLP versus Edis, Eats 2. At the 8 p.m. hour, Chief versus NB. 9 p.m., 12 Panzer versus Nightmare. And then at the 10 p.m. hour, Ifer and IX versus NF2G. All right, just waiting for one more. There we go. Just really fast here. I'll just blast down through these yet again. Over on the East side, Slicer and the Axe, Buffalo, Logi, Bolton Bat Chats, Ninja and IS4, Cutbait and the IS7, Craig Miller and Johnny B both in E5s. Over on the Popper side, Touchy B, DJ in 140s, Mark Jackson and Weasel and Bat Chats, and then Trinidad, Hunt Jack, and Butane all in IS7s. I think he just switched Toki around.
Drop the controller. Yeah, I was reaching over to grab something to drink and the controller fell. Boop, boop.
Oh.
At least no one got kicked.
to say, do a shout out here to the background music that you're listening to. That's Silent Side Shroud, brought to you by Free Music House. Go check them out on SoundCloud under Silent Side. Off we go. Buffalo and also Loggy getting some quick spots there on Butane, Hunt Jack, and Trinidad. Uh-oh, is the Action X going to get caught out here? Let's see. Butane misses his shot. All right, so up top here, we got the 140s taking on the Action X and the Bat Chat first. And sustained with versus 2 sustained fires. So pretty much everybody's been lit up. So the other Bat Chats of Weasel and Mark Jackson can start rushing in because honestly, Eats has a huge overmatch right now, and if they pushed on the IS-7s, it would be Greg Miller taking a shot there. Bat Chat's now getting into position for sniping. Ninja Pro's going to be in big trouble here. He's going to have Bat Chats shooting into his side. Now just getting decimated by the Bat Chats. Check out on what's going on up top here. DJ up top is now getting a little harried, pair of Bat Chats and the Action X. So DJ might go down here from Buffalo, but DJ takes out Loggy at the same time. You know, Buffalo still has a few rounds left in that clip. There's the last one, and then Slicer and his axe takes him down. Eats is in that kill box. As soon as those Bat Chats get up and over and around, they're gonna get melted. Mediums of Eat need to get around and get on the backside or start sniping. Here comes, there's Mark firing on Ninja. Weasel hanging really, really, really far back. Mediums of Eats now putting some work into the IS-7s. Here comes the Bat Chats. Sorry, so much action going on here. I'm trying to get the best camera angle for you. Greg Miller going to go down here. Bat Chat's on reload now. Jack, Butane, side scraping off the rock. The other IS-7 at Trinidad's going to go up for the flank. Buffalo now falling back around. Bates got to live for one more round out of Mark. All All right, he finally gets it there. All right, so back up top to the medium action. Buffalo taken out. Out Hunt Jack there. Trinidad now pushing on the axe. Butane takes up Mr. Buffalo. Slicer goes down. There we go. Popper's coming out. Not being very nice to Eats. There it is. 3 and out. Just a little bit of work just needs to be done. Honestly, just a little bit more training. Maybe swapping out some other tanks. Maybe getting some. First off, get rid of that IS-4 right out the window for like a Sand River map. Don't you think, Dex?
Yeah.
So let's go down.
Unless if you're on the north side and you're trying to do a turtle inside the riverbed, you might find a couple spots there for it, as long as it doesn't have to travel too far.
Yeah. Slicer coming in with his axe with 3K damage. Great job on that one. Unibuffalo coming in with 45, almost 4,600 damage with 2 kills. GG's, great job, Buffalo. And then over here on the Popper side, Weasel coming in with 32.99, and the pairing with Mark Jackson 28.25. So both Bat Chats coming in together with 5 kills. Butane coming out with a 28.01, and then Trinidad 19.47 with the kill. Great job, guys. All right. Not bad. Great job there, Eats 2. For your debut match, you did a great job. Up next, the full-on kickoff of Meltdown. NB Chief rematch. A lot of excitement in the air for this match.
Drag my name all over the place. I don't care anymore. You can tell everybody about the state I'm in. You won't catch me crying, cause I just can't win. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say. I don't play the same games you play. Cause I've been talking to the people that you call your friends, and it seems to me there's a means to an end. They don't care anymore. And as for me, I could sit here and bide my time. I got nothing to lose if I speak my mind. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say. We never play by the same rules anyway. I won't be there anymore. Get out of my way. Let me by. I got better things to do with my time. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Well, I don't care now what you say. Cause every day I'm feeling fine with myself. And I
was the theme song. I Don't Care Anymore for Meltdown, done by Hell Yeah. Brought to you by 117 Music. Hope everybody's having a great evening. I know I am. We're going to be getting Beast up in here very shortly. But right now with me is Dexter. He got mad at me for giving away his cookies, so no more cookie giving.
I'm not
giving
talking.
away. I'm going to be giving away some brownies.
Wait, brownies also?
Not your brownies, my wife's brownies. Cosmic brownies.
Okay. As
And
long as I
Dexter's
can get them
cookies.
to replace those cookies too.
Oh,
Ugh.
oh, and your cookies.
Ah.
Heads come. Interesting. Alrighty. NB's up in the house. Looks like Chief's just got a couple more.
Chief has 7 people in.
Yeah, typically they usually roll in here about 9 deep.
I know. I mean, just look at NP over there.
There you guys go. Playing around with some logos. Sitting
Ah,
here.
there's your 9 people.
Yep. Seeing if I can get one other commentator here with us. Keep the room open, pants. We're gonna have pants. Hey, thank you for that subscribe. You're amazing. We're always loving all of that. So Stinger, yet again, 7 months in a row. The man's a beast.
Stinger, now you get some of Hell's brownies.
Yep. I get our fantasy director up in here, Mr. Dance on the Ground. He's sweet.
I haven't talked to him in a good minute.
Me either. Man's been busy at work.
I know.
Both teams now picking up their tanks here. So here we go. Stinger's gonna get some cookies.
Alrighty, guys, so let's see how this is going to go down. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Pretty psyched up about this match here coming.
Should be a good one.
Yes. A little bit of a rivalry going in here. Both these teams have faced each other. When the new ranks come out, it's going to be shown who's going to be on top, NB or Chief. So last time these two meet, Chiefs took that one. If I'm correct, isn't that?
I believe it was 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
Yeah, this should definitely be a good match. I'm excited to see it. Both teams well deserving of where they currently are, so we'll see how things go.
Yes, sir. Super excited here. I'm just stepping out on the magic porch. We're gonna commentate this. How far out are you from coming in, sir? There you are.
Oh, I'm here.
Sweetness.
Ready to go.
All right. Would you kindly go down the Chiefs side there, Pants? Well, and I will go down the NB side.
Absolutely. So you have Captain Alti in a T110E4, needed disc, rated M, Rated M, IB Stux, and IS7s. Zach's Music Box and the T57 Heavy. John Man Archer and Dola and E100s.
All right, over on the NB side, Low Key coming out with that E4. Pac-Man in the bat chat. Fab J and Killin' Biz, both in IS7s. Raging coming out with that T57 Heavy. Mythic Monster and KY Stinger in the 100s.
So it's kind of
So
interesting
Chiefs-
from Chiefs here, not picking
Yeah.
a medium tank for the vision right off the tracks. So that's going to give MB an early advantage, in my eyes.
Yeah, but those E100s of NB is going to have, the E100, you have to have a really good tanker in that thing because with the heat rounds and everything up close and personal, man, that thing is just turned into senior squishy tank. So it's going to be interesting to see how the 57 heavies, because they typically should be loaded and maybe possible do some just blind shots, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, Pence.
Yeah, I think the early advantage definitely goes to New Beginning just because
Yes.
they got a spot.
Yeah.
But as soon as the game really starts to unfold, that's maybe when the bat chat will turn into a disadvantage. It has no armor.
All right, both sides crossing over now. Pac-Man's
Oh, and he's going to get the early
Look at
spots
that.
just like we thought he would.
IS7
Get 'em all.
for the viewing range. Wow, that was insane.
Yeah.
That disc was able to spot those guys crossing the track with the IS7. But there we go, some big hits being exchanged.
Oh, and they're all going to make a push right down the train tracks. I don't know how I feel about this. You're kind of contained. Those guys in the back aren't going to be able to shoot through the IS7s.
Yeah, it kind of turns off some of your shooting lanes. Let's see how NB's going to
Oh,
react.
Stinger's going to get caught. Oh, is he going to get away? All grouped up coming across the
Looked like
tracks.
Killin'
spread out
Biz
here.
took a couple hits there.
He's at about half. Dola took a big shot.
Rated M kind of blocking disc there, but now they push through.
Killin' Bees goes down. 57's in a good spot to back up his E100.
Zach landing 2 out of his 4 shots there. Now on a reload. John Man Archer now being pushed there by Fab J.
Pac-Man's still in the back. He is way out of this fight currently.
Huge hit, Captain Alty putting into Fab J. Then John Man Archer throws another big giant shot. IS7 in trouble. Let's go zoom in over on the other action here. Dola putting shots into Stinger. Raging Warrior swapping positions, see if he can come in and clip him out. But right there, there's IB Stux
Oof.
taking out Stinger. Raging trying to thread the needle. He does. But he's on a reload, and here comes Dola. 815. How's it looking on the other
Loki
side?
puts
I
in a
saw
big
fire.
shot. Pac-Man unloaded his clip, but he didn't get enough damage in there. He bounced a couple of shots. It's still, believe it or not, I still think it's pretty close. Oh, there it is right there. Now
No,
it's over.
there it is right there. Pac now can run as much as he wants. Chief with a huge lead here. Has Chief become NB's kryptonite?
It's looking that way. I don't think there's much Pac-Man's going to be able to do. I mean, he takes 2 shots and he's pretty much done for.
So Rated M's chasing down the rabbit. And they apply some cat pressure.
He's stuck on both sides. Oh, Try to circle.
Pac-Man
There's a lot
empty.
a lot of bounces there.
Rated M's twisting. There he goes, and he gets it. Chief taking first blood, taking match 1. Do some damage here really fast. Over there on the side of NB, Pac-Man coming in, leading the team in 26:58. Then follow C by Low Key in the E4, and then the numbers just kind of trail off. Now over on the Chiefs side here, Dola and Captain Alti both throwing up 3K, 34.83 out of Dola, 34.45 out of Captain Alti. Followed suit by Rated M with 29.86 and 2 kills, and then John Archer with 26.17. So great job going out to both these teams. Let's see what they're going to bring after we swap sides.
I think the big thing in that game right there, number one is the pending shots, and number two is just the damage spread from Chiefs. They really had a good damage spread. They kind of, it looked to me as though they really had a plan in place, and that was to get to New Beginning before they could really get set up. They did a good job of that, and hence they came out on top.
Yeah, Chief was. It seems like they were ahead of the.
I really would have liked to have seen. I really would have liked to have seen New Beginning keep one tank there, in the back at the train tracks, just kind of side scraping and shooting down that lane. That really would have slowed him up. Even if he can't shoot, he's still a distraction, and they're going to have to pay attention to him. And it kind of takes away those tanks from really being able to shift, because the minute the tank turns its turret, he's in jeopardy of being shot. That was a pretty action-packed game right off the bat. That's good to see. That's what you want to see is action like that.
Exactly. Yeah, especially here on the opener, the 8 p.m. hour. Quick general fact going out to everybody. This was the last night that you saw the 7 p.m. Slot get taken. We are no longer going to be having the 7 p.m. showing on Mondays no more. So just for everybody to scribble into their schedule. I see a lot of great faces out there in the Twitch chat. Ira's out there, Chewy, Anthem, Art Swinger, Magic, WNF's very own Sleep, and also a member of NB. IB Stux is out there, Vindicator out there.
I'm surprised more teams aren't utilizing 215 Bravos on this map. When you think about it, like to me, the one thing that attracts me to that tank right now is the DPM and the hit point pool. You got a little bit more hit points than you do out of an IS-7. You got a lot better DPM out of it. It's a good side scraping tank. There are some spots that make it kind of weak around the turret, but
yeah. Well,
all in all, you sacrifice that with the DPM.
Yeah, as long as you're able to do the peekaboo side scrape shots and keep it moving a little bit, especially down there by that turret ring. Right there on the left and right sides of the turret ring, if you can keep that moving and able to get that trolley turret armor to roll forward into that shot, you're probably going to get a bounce. I know a lot of people's fears of the 215B, though, is it catches on fire a lot.
It is true. That is true.
You're up tonight, though, aren't you? You're
Yes,
coming on down the line. You guys be going against Wolf Pants, right?
Wolf Panzer. Yes, sir. Yeah, we kind of changed things up. For those that weren't aware, we've been running kind of two teams. However, we got away from that. Now we're just going back to one single team. So tonight we're gonna throw our best at them and see what happens.
All right. Last time you guys were on stream, and 12 Panzer got you, but then I heard in the off-stream match, they got 12 Pans.
Yeah,
Want to welcome Beast.
that is
Beast
true.
up in the house.
How you doing tonight, guys?
Not too bad,
Very
sir.
well, sir.
Watching this great
Good.
match coming out. Beast, would you kindly go down Chief's side, and Pants, if you want to go down the MB side?
Can do. On the side of Chief, we have Rated M in the T110E4, Dirt Rider in the Batchat 25T, Captain Ulti in the IS4, Showing Hades in IS7, Jawman Archer and Dola both rocking the A100s, and Ivy Stux in the Chieftain.
Over on New Beginning, we have Low-Key Pony in a T110E4, Mythic Monster, Fab G, and Killin' Biz in the IS7s, Raging Warrior in a T110E5, All That Is, and Scorpius in E100s.
Alrighty then, boogity boogity. Let's go tanking.
No autoloaders this time from New Beginning.
Looking at just straight up sustained fire.
I think there's definitely pros and cons to both setups. What you gotta love about the autoloaders is you get that quick burst damage, and that can make or break a game sometimes. If you can get those 4 shots off quickly.
Now, interesting is they brought out the IS-4 over on the Chiefs side, so interesting pick there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But they did pull out a Batchat this time, so... And then NB not having any mediums this time, so it's going to be interesting.
And Captain Ulti in that IS4 did get the worst possible spawn
Yeah,
as well, so...
They'll get some quick spots. You only got one going across.
NB really, really hugging that borderline.
Yeah, I think it's really safe too. Even if a Batchat is all the way up into maybe C7, there's just a ton of cover back there for the South Spawn teams to be able to work over into the city.
NB rolling out, it looks like, into the typical kind of hold up into the G2 area.
Well, looks like Chief just gonna opt to go ahead and turtle up this T4 area too, right here. Definitely trying to cover every angle in and out. Might be pretty smart. Pretty easy to rotate in that area, not having to worry about crossing around. Nice shot to Raging.
So that changes everything in the game right there alone. That basically gives Chiefs the ability to turtle, and that's going to force New Beginning to come out of a turtle. IB Stux really doesn't have to do any more damage if he can just back himself off and say, now you guys got to come to us.
Yes. Getting that initial damage right off the bat there, making them force their hands now. It's going to be interesting on how NB is going to break the Chief Turtle.
Well, almost to a degree though, NB should have some type of map control. The only thing that's really hurting them right now is the absence of a medium to get them a little bit of information, because while that Chieftain can shoot out of that window right there, Chief would actually have to rotate out of that whole area right there if they went ahead and put a tank right on the northernmost side of E4 right there, right up against the building where he's still putting cap pressure on. They would actually end up having to push around into him, and MB could actually set up in the F3 area right there, maybe side scraped off at G4, both sides right there, and it just punish these E100s and IS7s as they come around.
Stuck's getting low key as he went across the road there. So NB down by 5% hit points.
think the big thing for New Beginning here, just a little bit more information. If they can figure out that those E100s are on the bottom side, be a good time to maybe push on the top side, knowing those guys are pretty slow to get over and help.
Mm-hmm. A lot of reload time out of the E4. No, you'd have to wait for the Chieftain, and probably the IS-7 will rotate around to help Rated M if they were able to go ahead and push up, get a little aggressive on this one line.
Now, at this
Good
distance,
job, man. Archer did get himself spotted.
Dola would be, I think, at that distance.
Both E100s got lit up, I believe.
I'm trying to think, the APCR of the E4 would be able to rip through Johnman. But it would lose a little bit of ground of accuracy going into Dola, but it should still be able to pin both of them. Now the IS-7,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust the accuracy. I mean, you'll get a 1 in 3 shot at that distance of trying to pin Johnman and Dola in the proper areas. So the only person really would be Raging. There it is,
Ooh.
E4 shot.
Dirt Rider's got to be careful. He's got to be very careful up there. And again, that changes everything.
Yeah, those 2 shots into Archer right there actually swung the tide of the
It
The
did, but I
HG
don't think they
battle.
realize it.
There you
Nice
go.
shot into the
That's
Chieftain.
why I'm saying all that
Like
is to
a
have some
HE
HE
round.
rounds. This is perfect time for HE rounds.
Dirt Rider spotted on the other side. E4 shoots and misses. Let's see if he pokes
Kinda-
back out.
Really kind of proud right now of NB, still staying super passive right here. It's a really hard thing for a lot of callers to stay this passive in just a normal battle. Especially 1 minute and 40 seconds left right now.
Oh, Mythic's got to be careful. He's got his back facing Rated M.
Yeah, okay.
Shot
Now
into all that
Scorpius is
is.
coming up. He's not gonna make it in time to get Rated M in the butt, but definitely cutting off that angle. Raging Warrior takes a big shot from Casman Ulti right there. 1%
only up
difference
by
on
1%,
HP.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she's finally getting a little bit of aggressive. E100's kind of poking out right now.
Oh,
That hurt.
huge
1,000.
double tap. Yep.
Oh,
Lead went now down below. Oh, man. Killing Biz just getting melted there. Low-key taking a huge hit. Scorpius and Raging now pushing over off the one
oh
line.
Johnman's got to be careful. That E4 pokes around the corner and gets him.
They
30
need a
seconds
huge
left.
hit.
That's good.
They need a huge hit or
Oh,
a
there it is.
kill.
Uh-oh. Killing Biz has the kill right here.
Oh,
Yep.
there's the kill.
Nice.
Jeep is now, it doesn't
26
matter.
seconds left.
Killing Biz has to be careful, though.
Knight's hit into Dola. Captain Ulti looks like he's on the YOLO now.
Yeah, they're going after
Scorpius.
Killing Biz.
Nice shot into Rated M.
He's going to go down.
Yep, they gotta say Biz. 3, 2.
He's dead.
NB's gonna win it. NB's won. NB took it.
They
Last-
both killed one tank.
Yep, but NB has the higher health pool.
59 to
But
51.
yeah, you can look at even at the damage spread. Yeah, you don't even have to bust out the calculators on this one. What hurt them? I don't know, man. This is. All right, we're gonna have to bust out calculators. Dang it. Oh.
It's a tight game. Killing Biz should have just got out of there the second he had a chance.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have tried to.
3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dexter, which number are you taking?
I think the next map ready here.
Okay. Let me do.
Well,
let
if
me
you
go
go,
total of
if you're
damage.
going by damage, yeah, if you're going by total of damage, it looks like MB
He is
outed them by about 1 point, maybe somewhere around 300, 320 damage. Doesn't really
one,
look
two,
like that,
three,
but
4, 5.
you got
New Beginning
4.
did 7,951.
Oh, they did.
Don't count the.
I'm a little
don't,
bit off
don't
then.
count the dead tanks. Don't count the dead tank.
No, Jawman Archer that died for Chief actually did donut, so
So yeah. So Killing Biz.
If you don't count the dead tanks, Chiefs
Killing
has the
Biz
higher.
actually.
Chiefs has
Yeah,
the higher
for sure.
damage.
But now we have to go also by health. All right. I hate this down. NB had such a huge hit point pool.
I think it ended up hurting them. Killing Biz doing 1,700 damage and getting the only kill,
Yeah.
but then going down right there.
I
Chief lost a tank that did nothing.
nothing. Yeah, the way it's. Scorpius didn't receive any damage. Abjay's still at full health. And over on this side. What helps them is Least Dirt Rider flung out damage, did not take any. The NB does have a considerable lead on health, but Chief had the larger damage numbers, so we're going to give it. Unfortunately, the ratios, the way that they pin out is Chief is ahead by 1.5%.
Wow.
Oh, my pin just fell behind my desk. Not good.
Now we're coming into a map that I really love. I love Proc. It's probably one of my favorite maps to call on. It's going to be interesting here in how both teams set this up. I've always been a big advocate of taking the field first and cutting off almost half the map to the enemy team.
Mm-hmm. Now, are we playing standard or no limits?
They did not specify, so
Okay,
we
standard then.
always default to standard.
Okay.
All right. I just need to get the stream overlay updated here. Looks like Ghoulius Boozer's out, Gira's out, Ashkar's out. What up, Weasel? Had your smoked Cobra? NB now has to fight out of the hole, being 2 games down. So this is going to be interesting, guys. I do want to say welcome to everybody that is watching on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer.
Wouldn't be surprised at all here to see Chiefs roll out the Sturv 103 Bravo or a T100 light tank. I'm calling that right now.
Figured we'll probably see Dola in the Sturv.
That or Dirt Rider and an AMX 13105. Or maybe even a combination of both. Guess we'll see.
Maybe, I don't know, I've also seen Chiefs run E4 and the Sturv before on proc.
Aren't they going to be spawning south?
Yeah, if they're south spawn, yeah, you're right. They're south spawn, and there's no way I foresee them running the Sturv on this. Probably an AMX 13105 or a couple bat chats and a TVP.
I'm a big fan of maybe 2 bats, maybe a Russian med for sustained damage, and then 3 IS-7s and a chieftain. You got something that still can snipe the ridge, but get that good armor pool. I still think, yeah, I was gonna say, I still think he can get away with the 103. Still putting him in that G0. I mean, the low profile nature of him can still put shots into the heavies that will probably push into E67, D67 area. I've actually seen here lately. Go ahead, Hells.
I was just saying this Wednesday, Team Hells versus Team Murphy. Come out and check that out. We also got Beaver also set up a great lineup for that evening. And then also Wednesday, I apologize, Friday, we will be having the winner of the WNF video competition. It will be announced, and we will be playing that clip live on Friday evening. But Wade's
nice.
looking for Wednesday will be Ifer and IX versus Nightmare at 8 p.m. Team Hells versus Team Murphy at 9. And then BK versus Odium at 10.
Another good battle right there. BK's been making massive improvements here lately.
I swear if someone else asked me about the Bronze Division rankings, we had a little breakdown. And I've been working on it as much as I can in my free time.
Kind of an odd choice for a heavy autoloader on this map. It's definitely not going to go hold down anywhere, that's for sure.
Well, I'm really wondering if we might end up seeing maybe a strong one-line push right here out of MB. I think Monster being the only tank that maybe goes over to A6, so I think we're all ready when you guys are.
Alright, so here we go. I'll run down the Chief side. Dex, you want to run down the MB. Over on the Chief side really fast, Dola 103B, Ivy Stucks in the 140, the Box, Archer, Rated M, all on Bat Chats, Disc in the IS-7, and Captain Alti in the Chieftain.
Over on NB over here, we have Mythic in E4, Pac-Man, Loki, Sleep in Bat Chats, Stinger,
Bab J.
Baby, Babj, and IS7s, and Is in 50B.
Interesting. Raging not in. I wonder if is calling this one. You know what the crazy part is? I'm not starting crap, but both these teams kind of built from the origination of Nightmare.
Yep.
Right.
Kind of crazy.
Hmm.
Ashkar, how you doing, buddy? Hills, how you doing?
Oh, did have it backwards too. Chief actually spawned north. This might change a couple of things. The Chief goes ahead and
They wanted night encounter?
Yeah, they want night.
Interesting.
Interesting pick. That puts the cap all the way up at the top. That makes the hill a viable spot.
It makes that 103B
Well,
absolutely worthless now.
Well, I wonder if we're gonna
if he
see
can get in the
Dola
back.
move over to A0. Yeah, if he goes straight to
Yeah,
A0.
if you can get an A0, he's got shots to cap all day.
Or still, even if he just gets up on the ridge at F0, and he keeps his lower plate hidden,
Yeah, I guess he
which is
could.
easy on that tank, he can bounce all the 105s and
It's typically
120s,
Dola,
but
they would
can't
set up
bounce
that.
the IS7 or E4s.
It's gonna be interesting because they typically always set the 103B at that H0 spot. So they're gonna rely on Dola's DPM at distance to get that going.
How's X Music Box just getting smeckled out the gate from the heavies? Maybe you got hit by the E4 Mythic, and then Stinger put a shot into him as well.
And then looks like Archer and Disc are hanging back, but Archer is gonna go up to the armpit region. Here's a good shot into the 50B. Now, is there going to be enough radio? Then, the 140 has a radio, and the bat chats are okay. Render range for the 103.
But Dola looks like he's more set up to shoot into the EF6 area right there, which has got nobody. I don't know, from his vantage point right there, they're going to have to push into the cap pretty far for him to be effective from where he's at right there, I think. So
Yeah.
That chat's rotating. Archer trying to snipe in there with that bat chat.
Oh, they're going to chase down John Man here.
Yep.
Loki and Sleep Pumper.
And there's nobody all the way around to get to him. So if Loki literally pushes diagonal, Archer's caught out. But that means now that there is an overmatch up top. And it looks like they're getting ready to
It's
take
still a
advantage
tough
of that.
push to make. That's a real tough push to make if those IS7s get back down at the track area. They can shoot that cap. Me personally, I'd be pushing up to the 6 line. You get to the 6 line and there's virtually no cover for any of those tanks on the hill. Other than right now where Zach is.
Yep, it looks like
I
that's
see
what
it.
they're. It looked
They've-
like that's what Stinger was getting ready to do, was go into armpit. I think they're waiting to get that
They can't-
chat.
yeah, they can't afford for John Man Archer to get out of there. If he escapes, this is just going to end up being a costly mistake by MB right here. Nice hit. Nice hit.
Oh, again.
There it is.
There it
there we
is.
go.
All right, now Chief has to be the aggressor. They have to start getting aggressive, or because NB's just got to turtle it up.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to, with the bat chats already in the mid area right now, they're not going to be able to push the cap and hold it. These bat chats can just
No.
sit at a distance in the middle and just farm the cap from here on out. So
Stinger well versed in this. He brings it up. He even brought it in commentary on Friday. He's like, "Why push it when you have the lead?" So, as you see, Pac-Man and Iz both going into passive mode, they're gonna make Chiefs have to attack.
Well, I like the rotation. They're gonna go ahead and run a Bat Chats all the way up to B6, try to get some spots on Dola, and then work these IS-7s around to where they have better shots into the cap if Chief decides to go ahead and just try to cap this thing out. Ulti does get lit by the Bat Chats. Sleep Humpers
Gets a shot
getting
in.
punished a little bit though, yeah.
Went out a little too far. .228 left on the
I
clock.
will have to admit to this. Those Bat Chats will not spot that Dola unless they're right on top of him.
Yeah, it's a really good crew in that thing.
No, the tank itself still even.
I mean, they just got to hold.
See,
there
here's
and
why I
stop
don't
the
like
push.
playing the hill. This is the whole reason I don't like playing the hill. Right here, Chief is caught pretty much from every angle you can imagine. They're stuck from all directions. If you could get some spots on those guys on the hill, maybe get one of the tanks, one of those IS-7s up a little bit closer, and just put eyes on everybody. They're caught from every side.
Ready damn
Now, it looks
rotating
like,
out.
yeah.
Ooh, got some good pins in,
Nice
into
hit.
Stinger. Stinger overextended.
Wow.
Stinger getting punished. But at the same time here, Iz is pushing up. They can get...
I don't.
Oh, man. Well, at least they're staying super low. Sleep's still on a reload.
Raided's coming in. Oh no, he's in big trouble. Oh, Sleep Pumper, go back and help.
Yeah, you've got to stay back and help, buddy.
Go back and
The
help.
boy's gonna go down and tie it up,
Oh,
and Ready
it's
Dam's
tied
gonna
up.
be able to escape
Oh,
now.
where are you going?
Wow.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's another primary thing of mine. Even though he was on a reload, if he had stayed there and helped, he possibly could have got
Pac.
raided to
Oh,
take some
no,
shots
why are
at
they
him.
pushing? Oh, man, they're giving up the lead. Oh, no.
Oh, they just gave it.
Oh, they just handed they handed it. Oh my God, they handed the victory.
Yeah, but the
over to
140,
Chief.
the 140 still, he's not in a good spot. So it's, well,
Yeah, they
oh man.
got too aggressive. They handed the victory over in the last minute of the game.
I'm wondering if they got nervous after losing that tank and they thought they were behind.
Yeah, they had even losing that tank, they were still ahead, way ahead.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're pushing in with the wrong tanks now.
Yeah,
As used to.
IS-7 should be leading that push. There
Yeah,
you
no,
have it.
if that Bat Chat, you're exactly right though, Pants. If that Bat Chat would have never moved off right there, he would have been loaded at least to get the trade back. Trading out one Bat Chat for another.
That or even, I don't remember if I think it was Loki could have got in behind him and he could have just kind of shared some damage with them. That's a big thing of mine, is share the damage with your teammates.
There it is. Chiefs gonna be taking this one. Rezip.
Definitely some hard-fought games all the way around. Good job to both teams.
Yes. Damage here really fast here. I mean, if Low-Key and all of them, once they realized that Low-Key had 3K, just alone. I mean, and so him going down, Sleep should have stayed there. You know, I know that they should have. I don't know. All I know is they had it, but and they lost it. Sucks. Sorry about that. And B, hard I can't talk. Hard fought victory. And great job. Chiefs, good job, guys. Your winning streak continued.
Well done. Well done, the Chiefs.
Alrighty. next. Man sitting in here with us, coming in.
Yes, sir.
His team, 12 Pans versus Nightmare.
Just for the record, I have not called a game in quite some time now. Every game that's been on stream for us recently, or even non-stream games, really right after we were knocked out the first time from the CW event, I had given up calling and opened it up to almost every member of the clan, and whoever could do it the best would get the job. And right now, it was stuck between two guys, HM8, K420, and Grunham Spades. And right now, it is Grunham Spades who is going to be our main caller for the time being. But I'll be back after, guys.
Alrighty, sounds great, sir.
Try to kick some butt.
Looks like in the chat they're talking about the Super Team NS of Gulius and the blend between the old 7F and TNG players. So that's going to be interesting. All right. Both of these teams here are Silver Division. So this is going to be a pretty good shootout. We are running a little bit early. I got to tell I have to say GG's to all right, just be waiting on 12 Pans. My buddy MVG. Woo woo. Lone guy. May or may not be there on Wednesday for Team Hells. Beast, how's everything going on Powerhouse team? I know a lot of people are like, oh, but they're losing. Yeah, but people don't realize that, like, I had some people I was talking to earlier today. It was quite hilarious. People are like, well, On Your 6 is losing. And I'm like, but that's not their team. It is their team, but it's new guys. They're training. And, and everybody, the hype that's being built for you guys from everybody else talking is amazing. I mean, even bad publicity is good publicity. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. Yeah, well, I kind of messed up last week whenever I scheduled the match, not remembering that 95% of America was out for spring break. So, might have been a reason why, probably about 70% of my more experienced comp guys were not there. So it was a little bit of my fault, but it's always good to get the new guys into and build that experience for them as well. So really like it. Yeah, we're not making the showing that people are used to in the past, but once this group of guys that we have in now get seasoned and experienced, and we'll definitely be back up there at the top. I have no doubts of that.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and they got to get used to a new caller. I mean, it's just like every other team's thing is they just got to get used to everything. I mean, being brought into a whole new system, it's one of those. I'm not gonna lie. On Your 6, people have known for years. Since the last year when you guys showed up. Oh no, you guys have been around for about a year and year and 3 months now.
Yeah, you're in a couple months.
That it was just. I'm a fan. I've been a fan of On Your 6 ever since. Well, we lit up the whole streak. You guys have a powerhouse team, and even though some have split off to some of the bigger, some of the other bigger teams, like size-wise. It's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I root for you. I root for all the teams,
Definitely.
but I root for a lot of people. Oh, Stinger wants to come in and chat this time around. We should get Stinger an invite.
Can do.
I love Stinger on commentary, man. This guy, I thought you were ruthless. That guy is, dude. Love it. But I love this guy. I mean, he's one of the trusted WNF staff. So I mean, you can't beat it. I mean,
Yeah, the calling thing too, Hills, that you touched on is a big thing, because I am very calm and collective in here compared to calling in a match. I've been told to get off the crack many times from talking way too fast to where people can't understand me.
understand that. I tend to raise my voice when I call. Stinger, how you doing, buddy?
What's happening?
Hey,
Good hard-fought victory. I thought you guys had that game on proc. I seriously thought you guys had it. Because you guys, even with low key going down, you had the advantage still.
Yeah, we got a little over aggressive there. Some people kind of probably got our wires crossed there and kind of looked at the time, and some people said they wanted to go, and we pushed the go, and well, we probably shouldn't have, but it happens.
Yeah, exactly. It happens. You guys will face off yet again, because I know NB, Chiefs taking you guys by 2 games this time, but you guys will come back. You guys always do. You guys have a strong team, and I can't wait. Speaking of strong team, Nightmare. A lot of people actually surprised these guys are in the silver division. But they had a streak of bad games, and then also they kind of went into rebuild mode. So, kind of like On Your 6 right now, just training people up for the new season coming out of the 2018 season is just starting to fire up, and it's just going to get better from here. There's so much stuff on the horizon. I know some of the chat, of course, for the WCL, they're wondering when that's going to be. The NWL, when that's going to be. So got a lot of big questions up in the air that are going to be filled here on in this 2018 tanking season. Interesting pickup. So Who Drank My Beers coming back to comp. I thought he swore off comp, but he came back and end. Sweet Beans went over to N. He used to be an NB.
Yes, sir, he did. Testing some different waters, but hey, all's well.
And then Grunt of Spades, he came out of the DP camp. Plum Guy coming out of Zeta. NVG coming out of Peril. Jesus OG Nightmare. Over on the 12-pan side, Cranky Degree, TK, Jip, old school 12 pans. Marine JB, old school 12 pans. All right, Tank's getting selected up this time. I want to put you guys on the spot. I want to take projections. Dex, who do you think's gonna get this one? And I want to spread 3-1, 3-2. What are you thinking, Dex?
I didn't think I would have to think.
I'll let you think on it. Beast, what's your call? Keep thinking,
I think,
Dex.
I really think Nightmare's coming out strong, not messing around tonight. I'm actually seeing a 3-0 by Nightmare.
All right, so we got a 3-zip coming out of Beast. All right, Stinger.
Well, I had the privilege of modding the off stream of this match last week, and it was 3-0 Nightmare, and I'll probably do it again with 3-0. But 12 Panzer might come out and get a match on him, but I still think Nightmare's going to do what they do.
All right, Dex, give you some time. What are you thinking?
Well, I was going to go like a 3-2 Nightmare, but from what I hear, I guess 3-1 Nightmare?
Ooh. Interesting. I'm going to be opposite here. I'm going to go 3-2 12 Pans.
You think Nightmare's going to be a little overconfident there?
I think so. Hate to root against my boy Pants, but and also MVG, but it's going to be interesting. Here we go, boys. What do you guys think out there in Twitch land? What do you? Let's see your guys' predictions. See what you guys think.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Trying to get some people some help on Discord. We have WMD is out there looking for bronze teams to have matches against and/or scrimmages. So any of you guys that are interested in scrimming against WMD in the bronze division, go ahead and contact Glide Ninja Pro, GLYD Ninja Pro. He should be in the WNF server, but he has not made it over to the WOT Community Hub. So,
and then it look like also Eats2 is also looking for to pick up an off stream and also Rated R. So yet again, I have to give a big shout out going out to 11-7 Music and Hell Yeah for the theme song. New theme song for Meltdown. I don't care anymore. Check them out. Live, YouTube, SoundCloud, and on Spotify.
Spotify is great, man.
And if you are a premium Spotify, check out the WNF channel. Wall to wall, nothing but hard rock, heavy metal, and stuff to make you bang your head.
My name all over the place, I don't care anymore. You can tell everybody about the state I'm in. You won't catch me crying, cause I just can't win. I don't care anymore.
It's like early on, 12 Panzer's gonna try to attack this kind of like the older meta, so to speak, right now, really attacking the bowl and the 2-line, where Nightmare might be going up top and trying to swarm back down into these guys. So
It's yeah, coming out with interesting with that 113. All right. I'll go through the 12 pans really fast here. Night Phoenix in the E4. The Voice, Marine, Sages, all in IS-7s. Jip in the Mouse. Cranky up in the E1 Hundo. And TK Ninja in the Chieftain. Stinger, would you want to go down the Nightmare side?
I certainly can. Let me get to my TV. All right, we got Grunt of Spades in his E4. Pair of Bat Chats with McLovin and KSI Sweet Beans. And we got a duo of IS-7s from Pants and Kyle. And then we got a duo of 113s from MVG and Decisive Power.
All righty. Boogity boogity. Let's get tanking. Look like we've got some pretty good judges coming down here. Plum Guy saying Nightmare 3-zip. Bat Chat's coming in. Nightmare 3-zip. Magic coming in 3-2 overtime with Nightmare. Badger Smokes Cobra 3-0. Nightmare. Cantrell Kid coming in with Nightmare 3-0. Who else? Throw them up there, guys. Let's see what these predictions are. Looks like I'm the only one rooting for 12 Panther.
Oh no. I'm always rooting for the underdog Hills. I just got this feeling. It looks like Nightmare definitely has their A team all signed up and ready to go tonight for sure.
113's mobility going up top with the Bat Chats from Nightmare. IS-7's pushing the Valley. Grunt Spades rotating to go for watching the Valley. 12 Panzer going deep here into the Valley, leading. Oh man, Ninja out there with his Chieftain. I wouldn't be leading out there with that tank.
Nice,
Huge hit.
nice. He had a really nice snap into Kyle, but yeah, Grunt just made Sages pay though.
You need to get that mouse out there. DK being too aggressive with the Chieftain, that thing is gonna get melted. Maybe he's hoping for RBRT's on her. There you go.
Yeah. Nightmare needs to rotate quick. The Bat Chats need to go ahead and get over to C5 and start putting shots into tanks that are lagging behind. Definitely the 113's got to start taking some of this damage or putting out at least something to turn these guys' heads. There's these IS-7s are going to get smoked early right now.
Oh, the Voice stopping.
That's one thing.
Oh, man. Night Phoenix already gotten huge trouble there, already down. Kyle goes down. The push goes on. Bat Chats are chasing the
We
flank.
got to get the Chieftain out.
Ooh,
Yeah.
MV gone.
Even if
Amaranth.
Pants goes... Wow. Even if Pants goes down right here, he's got to get the Chieftain out. There we go.
Looks like they're focusing, Bat Chat's focusing on the Voice.
Like it.
He's going to go down and look. Then I would see that they would. Beans has one more shot. Takes out the Voice.
Nice.
Maus and IS-7 of 12 Panzer going towards Grunt.
Sages. Yeah, now Sages is pushing in a little bit rough right here.
Ooh.
Oh. Not really a low roll, but definitely should have been able to one-piece that IS-7 right there. But now Sage is being a little bit too complacent right here. He should have went ahead. He's going to out-reload him.
Decisive Power, the other 113 goes down. E4, and then IS-7 up top, but the Bat Chats are going to take out Night Phoenix here. He's gone. Marine's got to get flipped. Nope, Marine's completely broadside. He's going to go down.
Wow. This is actually very nice job right there by Grunt of Spades.
Miles needs to
Grunt
get
of
turned.
Spades is probably, yeah,
Miles needs a
Grunt of
spin.
Spades probably put in about 5K worth of damage right there, Hills.
Now, here's the question. If Sage can keep being hold down and let the Mouse do his job, anybody know what the damage output has been from Sage? I know right now damage output of the Bat Chats is way higher.
Yeah.
Sage is at 2600 right now.
Okay, what's Jip rolling?
Sweeping is at 16.
Oh no.
The other bat chat is at 19.
Yep, needs to
The
get
mouse is also at 26.
that. Sage can get the snapshot. He misses. And Jip. Oh, and he misses too. Darn. Now McLovin's putting in work.
Yeah. He's got a really nice crossfire set up from where the IS-7 was at.
Miles needs to rotate right there. No, don't do that. You're giving up your armor. There you go. No.
Yeah, just backwards on the reloads right now. He didn't know that Sweet Beast was on reload this whole time whenever he was looking. Now McLovin is on reload and he's looking at over there.
There you go. Angle it out. Angle it out. Now, Sweet Beans probably had. No, don't go up the hill. You're negating your armor. I'd be willing to say one of these bat chats should be loaded up heat.
Well, what I think the play would be right now, almost Sweet Beast can actually handle one more hit. Okay, now the rotate's been called. 2 minutes, plenty of time for McLovin to go ahead and get around behind this guy. Just let him stay right there. Sweet Beast can keep just spotting him and pestering him right now. Chip's got to know that the other bat chat's rotating around behind him, but there's not going to be too much he can do.
Oh, there's the
Nice.
heat round. First round going out to Nightmare. That was a lot closer than a lot of people thought. That was a great job. All right, go through this damage here really fast. Actually, Stinger, are you still at the screen to do some damage calls?
I certainly can. Alrighty. Gonna go down 12 Panzer first. Let's see here. We got a Sage's IS-7 with 2,600 damage. Doing an 867. Very nice. 876, actually. Sorry. Screwed that up there a little bit. The other IS-7, though, pulled out 2,500 damage, so that's what did in most of the work there. The Mouse with 2,656, just crushing it. Everybody else, had about 2K, but the E100 got out early, and, of course, another IS-7 just got focused out. On the Nightmare side, you got McLovin with 3,500 and Sweet Beans, who stayed alive there with 2,143. But as Beast called it, 5,647 from the E4. Everybody else, they were just looking for damage. At least they were all above 1,000 pretty much, except for MVG, who got out early, and Kyle, who just got crushed by that 5 push.
I do like the 12 pans. It looks very well rounded. Other than Cranky and the voice, I like the damage spread that 12 Panzer did have. Where over on the Nightmare side, they really heavily relied on the 2 bat chats in the E4.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure.
it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna flip spawns here, and we'll get back right into the action. Honestly, TK and that Chieftain, I think I honestly would like to see him in the IS-7. See here, darts.
Well, it somewhat works for him a little bit, Evil or Hells, because he was pushing, and whenever they pushed into those 2 IS-7s where they had that early overmatch, he was basically the one that focused out that first IS-7 with that DPM that he had out of that Chieftain, but his other guys just didn't.
He hang back a little bit and maybe get behind
Yeah.
the IS-7s, use them to go hold down.
Yeah,
That might work.
something like that for sure. But his early aggression did net the first kill, but yeah, after that, he got melted by the other IS-7. Everybody tried to focus. They did bounce a lot of shots off the first IS-7 as well, so that probably had something to do with it. But I kind of like the push, but like you said too, they did end up sacrificing a tank and a lot of HP for no reason whatsoever.
here. So Nightmare rolling out for Bat Chat. Here looks like Pants is in this time in his IS-7. Same lineup coming out of the 12 pans cap really fast, but Stinger, you want to go down 12 pans, and then Beast, you want to go down N?
Can do.
Certainly can. We got Night Phoenix in his E4 again. Got the Voice of Marine and Sages in a trio of IS-7s. Jip in his mouse. Cranky Degree in E100 and Ninja pulling out that Chieftain again.
Over on the side of Nightmare, we have Grunt of Spades and a T110 E4. McLovin in a Bad Chat, Pants and Clone Guy, both rocking IS-7s. Kyle at MVG in E100s. And we need one more. Possibly a second Bad Chat. There we go. Looks like we have a Chieftain out of Jesus.
Up next.
I'm wondering if
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say up
Well,
next,
I'm just-
we have the, after this matches are done, the premiere of NF2G coming up next.
Nice. Really wondering if, since 12 Panzer is just set up once again to go ahead and just try to stronghold on the 2-line, I wonder if they're going to try to place this Chieftain up top, or if maybe they're going to try to place this Chieftain over and maybe C1 to get some cross shots into the bowl.
Lost there for a moment. Went to go look left, and looks like 12 Panzer yet again is going to go full on push mode. Jip now hanging back, doing some side scraping. Does get a hit into Grunt of Spades. If they can put Grunt under power, get him out of there. Another big
Ooh.
hit into Grunt.
Yeah, it's a really rough spot for an E4 to play.
Oh man, and 12 Panzer lose nothing on that push out of their Chieftains, the IS-7 and the E100. Marine now sneaking around with taking no damage. Here we go, boys. There you go. Just
Grunt really needs to get him a shot into the voice right now. These IS-7s are going to come around on him. Looks like Kyle's going to get focused out early. Nice 900 roll into the IS-7 by Grunt of Spades.
Voice not looking at.
Yeah,
He needs to put a shot into Kyle right there. There you go. By accident, Kyle actually backed into it, but we had a top pop off that IS-7.
it's like Cranky Degree is going to be the next one to go down.
Jesus and Pants both focusing Marine. Night Phoenix puts a shot into the back end. Cranky Degree going down now. Marine going down.
There you go, Grunt of Spades. Someone's got to back off TK Ninja. Grunt of Spades just put a nice shot into him. That DPM by that Chieftain is just chewing up these guys right now.
Ooh, 976 roll, but up top here you got Jesus and Pants holding high ground, making the love and coming around on the flank. DK going
Yeah, I
down
really
from
like
Chieftain.
this.
Sage is left to his
Oh,
own
no.
devices.
McLovin gets caught on the magical rock right there. Like to see McLovin actually focus out the E4 first.
Sage take out Clone Guy. Nope, he bounces. Looks like this round will be going to Nightmare.
Nice
Here we
clip
go.
right there by McLovin.
2 minutes, 50 seconds. Round 2 done with. Dinger, you want to go ahead and roll it again, sir?
I certainly can. We're going to go down 12 Panzer again. Let's see here. Another trip 0 from Cranky. That's never good to see. Let's see here. We got the Chieftain with almost 3,600 damage. Jip with almost 1,000 as long as they're E4. Good, got a little bit more, been a little bit official. Sage with 2563 and the Voice pulling out 1,400. Over here on Nightmare side, everybody got at least 2K. Oh, MVG with 1,500 and Kyle who just got focused out. But sacrificial lambs are always good, and especially when you win with 674. Clone Guy and Pants combined, good lord, with the IS-7s there, it looks like almost 7K damage, 4K out of Clone Guy and 25 out of Pants. Grunt of Spades again, solid 3K on his E4, and Cheese is pulling out 26 with his Chieftain.
Alrighty there. Going into game 3 here, can 12 Panzer pull it back, or is the predictions going to come true of a 3 and out? Check out. Stay tuned.
Triple Chieftains out of the Nightmare camp.
This is going to be a trip Chieftain double bat, double IS-7 push.
Maybe. I'm almost wondering if they're actually even going to just run trip bat chats. Maybe just a single IS-7 or... I don't even know.
Yeah,
Maybe
either or is
trip
an
bat
easy
chats in a
flip-flop.
140.
Well, that's true.
It's going to be real hard. I mean, I really don't like the E4 on this map. It's just too big, and there's too many wide open areas for the E4 just to get caught out. But I think, honestly, if 12 Panzer was to run one more IS-7 right here, delete the E4, and then put in a couple bats, they could actually just steamroll into Nightmare and take an early, easy win. No matter where you're going to put these Chieftains at on the side of Nightmare, even with all their DPM, if you run a Russian med, 3 IS-7s at them, it's just, they're not going to hold up. They're just not going to hold up. You have to make a strong push into them, but those 3 Chieftains are not going to hold up.
Yep.
Nice call right there. Double bats, double IS-7s.
Right now, it looks
Nightmare
like 12
coming out
Pans
really strong.
Look like 12 Panzer they're looking for a hold down fight. They're just a pair of IS-7s and the pair of Chieftains that's screaming that they're gonna go turtle. And then they're gonna put that E.
Who's got a North spawn on this?
12 Panzer.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna put the E4 at A6, Chieftains at E6, have the IS-7s go over to Bowl or either to Hill. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see. You never know with these teams. That chatting 140, so they got the vision. Yeah, honestly, if I would have saw the like you beast, if I saw triple Chieftains and stuff like that, I'm going kamikaze. Give me trio IS-7s. Give me 2 bat chats. Give me some sustained fire, and we're just gonna YOLO right over, up and over. Whoop. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Can't wait to see.
Over on the side of 12 Panzer, we have a T110E4, OBJ 140, a bat chat 25T, a pair of IS-7s, and a pair of Chieftains.
On Nightmare, like I called earlier, we have the let's see here. Beers and MVG in the duo of Bat Chats. Pants and McLovin in a pair of IS-7s. Kyle, Grunt, and Clone Guy in the trio of Chieftains. Sorry about that.
Oh, you know what? I think the spawns are switched. That's where I was off last time during the Chief match because they were running Prokharova Knight encounter.
Yes.
And the spawns apparently are switched, so this might change a few things.
It also changes the cap.
Yep. The Tool Panzer still went ahead and spawned north at least, so.
Yep. All right, here we go. Start of round 3. You or die scenario here for 12 Panzer.
Like it early on, though, it looks like we're just going to be in an all-out field brawl here. Like it.
We're going for bull.
Well, everybody for 12 Panzer's lit already.
Night Phoenix grab that shot. Much of a hill. Night Phoenix needs to be careful here to not segregate himself out too far. Sage actually gets motored there. That's a bad spot to have your IS-7 in because you're completely broadside. There goes Night Phoenix now starting to feel the wrath of the Chieftains. Oh, he's leading Bud out first up the hill. Oh, goodness.
Actually, it looks like Who Drank My Beer is just rotating over with that. No, he's going to go ahead and take the tracks, get all the way back around, and then try to get around behind and help out MVG, who's about to run head first into Jip.
There he goes. Now they're finally connected. Jip on a reload. MV still should have one more round in that clip. Oh, and he misses it. Jip's going to be able to get out of there. Back over here to the action. Creaky Degree down to 1/3 health. But the IS-7s are pushed into the IS-7s with backup from the 140s. Oh, man. Look at Marine just get melted.
Well, that ended up not being a good trade by 12 Panzer. Actually lost a tank. Pants should have went down right there. Both bets should be loaded right now.
Marine
So
actually.
the Chieftains are moving in too now.
Creaky Degree going
MVG
down.
takes down Cranky. Yeah, these Chieftains definitely need to push TKA.
Marine takes down
Drink my
Beers.
beers just now. Yeah.
Looks like I owe my guys here from WNF a round of beers. Nightmare.
That'll do it.
3 and out.
I like the aggressive strats, but you just got to make sure your focus fire is on point, and Nightmare proved it there.
All right, there, Mr. Stinger. You want to do it again?
I certainly can. Got a 12 Panzer here. Looks like they Jip 2200. Everybody else pretty close to 1,000. E4 getting out pants early on that one, but wish he could have landed a few more. Let's see. Anyone have any good blocks? Blocks. Cranky blocking 2K there for 12 pants. Everything else just ended pretty quick. Going over to Nightmare, McLovin's IS-7 putting up a 3600 with no blocks on that one, not much. Grunt of Spades pulling out 3100 as Chieftain, and Clone Guy and his Chieftain as well with 2700. Everybody else at least pretty close to 1,000. Spears got in a little trouble, but he did put in the work on those mediums, and then Pants got focused out early. Everybody else just bounced about 1 or 2 shots. So what they did get out on 12 pans, everything was landing at least.
All righty. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so a little birdie told me the teams coming up next, you might see, if you're part of the old school comp world, you might see some familiar faces coming out on that end. So, up next, Eye for an Eye versus NF2G.
Nice.
Well, during the meantime, do you want to do an interview with the two teams since we have 30 minutes?
Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead and bring in Pants back in, and then TK on the other side. In chat though. Wow, this did kind of go a little quickly, didn't it? welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Great games. Good job.
Thank you.
You're probably going to hear on stream. I went against you. I was rooting for 12 Pans because those guys are some hard-working fellas. I was like, maybe we'll take it right to overtime. Just squeeze it out, a 1v1. I thought it almost came to that on first game out. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was some good games. They definitely played a good game, that's for sure. They kind of caught us in that first one with that push. We're expecting a little bit slower movement from that one line, but we're ready for it the second game. Other than me getting stuck halfway up the hill.
Yeah, your guys' response to it was pretty good. Your bat chats definitely made up the difference. Trying to get in those cross shots and then Grunt throwing in that 5K damage game. I mean, that was pretty intense.
Yes, sir.
And then coming back out, you guys showed dominance. You took over the top, and then you guys just held the bottom, let them push into you, and envelop them. That was one hell of a play. There's TK. We can get him in here.
I'm here.
All right. They actually might have to kick voice out. But there's TK. Welcome in, sir. I was rooting for you boys. Everybody was taking pulls. I thought we were going to go to overtime, 3-2, with you guys pulling it overtime, but you guys put on a hell of a good show. Remember to tell your team that Hell says great job. They put up a hell of a good fight against the amazing team of Nightmare.
Yeah, I always tell them good job. Especially after that, we tried. We almost took that first match, but
you guys played a good game.
Got behind us. One of my E100 players didn't do the damage it needed to, but he tried.
You guys definitely played a great game. I think if you would change that Moss out for an E100, that first game probably would have been yours.
Yeah, he didn't. He had to rebuy it and do a bunch of stuff, and we didn't have the time. So.
Well, honestly, I mean, the Mouse is doing his job. He was doing some great blocks, marching up that line. I mean, being the stronghold. Honestly, I think the Mouse is what saved you, TK. And while you're in your chieftain on that push, with you able to tuck up beside the Mouse, he was able to side scrape and bounce off a few rounds from Grunt off. So kind of saving some people's bacons, and then the IS-7 mirroring the Mouse play, getting some good bounces off the tracks. It just seemed like on round 2, you were throwing down fire, but some of your boys looked like they got a little too over anxious and started pushing in just a little too hard and kind of fell into the trap. You guys were right off the bat bleeding out Grunt in his E4. So I have to commend you guys. Were definitely on the move, and snapshotting was a great job. It just looked like you guys couldn't get up the hill to counteract the Nightmare push from up top.
No, we couldn't. We had two of my guys stay back so they can spin our backside. So when we did take that push up to the Grunt's face, they couldn't hold it. They just the tanks that were up there had the gun depression to shoot back at our backs. So that was pretty difficult to handle.
That's a problem. Beast, do you have some questions for these guys for the interview?
Not really questions as much as comments. I kind of seen from Nightmare's lineup tonight that they were going to come out all business tonight, looking to make a statement, no prisoners, that type of thing. But 12 Panzer, even though you guys come out as the underdog, I really liked what I seen out of you guys tonight. There was no just complete 7-0, Nightmare having 90% HP left. I mean, it was pretty even most of the battles, and if a couple of shots would have went you guys' way, I think we would definitely would have had a different outcome tonight. So both teams just did an amazing job. You can definitely tell that Nightmare was hungry, but 12 Panzer is not someone to be taken lightly, for sure, for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. That's why we kind of came out with the lineup we did. We discussed it earlier and said, you know, I'd say we got a lot of great players. We really do. There's a lot of guys that weren't here tonight that definitely could have been here tonight and definitely have done what we
Beaver.
needed them to do. Yep,
Beaver,
Beaver, D-Scape,
smack
HM.
I mean, sorry, I'm picking fun at Beaver, man. What the hell, man? Couldn't even show
works
up on
Mondays.
Monday. Yeah, I know.
He
I
works
gotta give him
Mondays.
crap.
But yeah,
My guys were a little
came out, you guys
distraught
played a great
about the
game.
loss.
You can't let them be. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, you guys are doing, you guys are putting in some great work. There was just some miscues. Honestly, if you go back over the game film, I think you guys and do a review. A lot of your team members definitely need a good pat on the back and a high five. I mean, they were doing their job, and you can't let anybody think any differently. I mean, so. It was definitely great showing by both teams. Stinger, do you have some questions for the guys?
No, Beach pretty much took everything I was going to say there. I just always enjoy watching you play, both of you. Pants, your team, as well as Ninja. It's always fun, actually. More fun than watching my turtles. Let me tell you that for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to come out from our defensive play style. We've been working a lot on offense, but some games it works, some that doesn't. Just some miscommunication between a few that we're trying to work on.
It's one thing, if I must say, that's one thing that I do appreciate the guys is that coming out and playing on stream is great. Unfortunately, there's a lot of time constraints playing on stream. You know, you got 3 matches a night, so you got to fit as many battles as you can in that. But what I try to preach to these guys a lot is when an event like WCL comes out where draws don't count, you got to redo the match. I think you're going to see a lot of those turtles start going away, or you're going to get some teams turtling, and then it's going to turn into okay, you know what, we're going to have to go do something different because this obviously isn't working. And then it's just going to come down to who busts out of the turtle first. So we've definitely been training to take no prisoner.
So this is the question that's going to be interesting. Okay, all these... I know that there was some chat there in the Twitch about the super team of NS and all these super teams that even like the Immortals, Panda, they thrive on controlled aggression where, remember prior in a lot of other ones, in a lot of the other WCLs and the WCTs, a lot of teams turtled, but now with these teams that come out, every time the WNF turns it on, their aggression's getting cranked up higher and higher and higher. I think is it safe to say a lot of these teams that we see now that come out on WNF, maybe we could see a lot more of them in the divisional aspect when the WC does drop?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's hope.
That'll be a whole new ballgame there.
I mean, you guys are putting in your guys' work and everything else, and reviewing games and everything else. It was going to be seeing how you guys take your guys' newfound controlled aggression and start doing the aspects into the WCL realm.
Yeah, that's going to be a big transition, but at the same time, I just from the announcements that I've seen Pat make, where he's going to have a Q&A coming up. I don't recall how many teams I saw, but if it's anything like the last one, there was 156 teams playing in this. I don't even think we have 150. We might have close to that registered with Wednesday Night Fights, but I think you're going to come out and you're going to see a lot different teams you've never heard of before, teams that played the WCL events that aren't active currently come back into it and start playing again.
Well,
And I
yeah,
think it's going to add a
exactly.
whole new element for a lot of these teams that are bronze or silver or some of the gold teams. Some of these guys are going to get shell shocked and they see a team like CDR. If they're gold again, they obviously know those guys will probably have to play them. But team like CDR, Commander, or Old Commander, I think, if I remember correctly, or Welcome to Hell, come out and play.
Well, yeah, and then that's the biggest thing here is we've been trying to expand everything with the ranks to all of these teams that come out. Just the sheer amount of teams that came out just for the Spanish tournament, I can pull up that data really fast. That's what broke the kind of the bronze division. I'm pulling up that data right now. So just in the Spanish tournament alone, so they were in groups of 6. So super groups like 8-Bits, PD, Supra, Selva, OGTS, BDM, BR, Watt MX, those guys, I mean, a lot of these super teams now going to be coming into the mix here. I mean, we've seen, of course, HDA and Selva live on the stream before, so getting a lot of the mix from the Spanish tournament, and then also the Euro tournament, and also then the Espanol tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see how the turnout's going to be coming out here. So I know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Go ahead.
exciting.
So, yeah,
It's exciting to see. And another team that I really enjoy watching play, unfortunately, just due to their time zone constraints, you don't get to see a lot of them on stream, but that's Corruption. There's another great team that people are going to see a lot of in WCL.
slowly getting all the roles put into place here with the new NF2G team. So that's going to be interesting. Rollout tonight is going to see that new team come into play. But yet again, I want to give a big giant shout out to 12 Hands and also over to Nightmare. Both of you guys, your teams did great. Thank you so very much for bringing it out.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Anytime.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank
Yes,
you for
sir.
having us out on stream, and we'll see you guys again on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much.
Thanks for having
Good
me.
luck, sir.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Tell the boys yet again, say thank you for them coming out.
Yeah, I keep telling them that right now, so
Sweet.
I appreciate it.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
Have a good night.
So eye for an eye. This is going to be interesting. So a little birdie told me to look out. We already knew that Vader driving me nuts in a large portion of some of the Law of 8 guys were part of Eye for an Eye. Now the question is, I got told even more of Law of 8 has now joined Eye for an Eye. So back in the day, you had the super group of Law of 8, which was a Gold Division team, now joining ranks with these guys. So it's going to make it Eye for an Eye very super ultra competitive, and seeing what they can do to on this new setup and getting used to being with the Eye for an Eye teams. Well, we still got about 15 minutes here, but they're starting to roll in. There's Miss Ray of Sunshine. go through, start adding monikers, roles to all of the guys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little biased here, guys. So you guys are gonna have to be the unbiased partisan group, okay? I've always called it fair and right down the middle. There's their new pickup. Gotta love RNG. Guy's pretty cool. If we get a chance to go tank up with that gentleman, definitely do it. Or give him a good high five there on the battlefield.
Preferably not with Artie.
Yeah, preferably not with Artie. Hey, it's a KUI. Look at that stinger.
I really don't think so, but okay. Mine is a dead MW2 clan.
See, now that
Which unfortunately stood for killing under the influence.
that's not bad. See, now when can we get you to swap your name to WNF Stinger?
Oh, well, I guess as soon as you pay for that name change.
$10 it is. Speaking of which, if Sergeant Cruz you're watching, you should have money in your PayPal.
Actually, hold on. Right now, I don't get YOLO'd out or targeted, so I'm okay with this name.
You're okay with that. Move Crip
I still
over.
play artillery.
Crip is part of he is a tryout for NF2G. Their deck. Must have stepped away.
Well, the reason
Pretty
I
sure
say
he's-
that Hills. Oh, go ahead, Beast.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that he's hunting through the cabinets looking for beef jerky.
I understand that one. No, I was saying I didn't really like the name, and I should have changed it a long time ago. My rating on Xbox was like at a 15% because I had an 80-something% avoidance rate. People don't like it when you go 45 and 6 on every single game. Non-quick scoping, I might add. I was a troll with tubes, but I never picked up a sniper rifle.
Always loved rolling around with the RPG-7. Run around with that and the saw. Suppressing fire, and then once they're all choked up in one area, grenades out, RPGs in. Boy, NFTG.
I preferred the
NF2G
RPG myself.
coming out, man. They don't care. They're already picking tanks. Hyper and High's not even in here yet. But again, as
I
you
was more of an ACR person.
as Sniff,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
As Sniff told everybody, so every Wednesday we're going to start having the team leads in on the stream, doing cheap, shameless plugs. Stinger, you were up next on this Wednesday, right, for NB, you and Raging? And then I was going to be working down the gold division into the silver divisions. But you want to confirm that? With
I'll let Raging know.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
What time did you want to do it?
All night. Come in at 8 p.m.
I think we have an off-stream match. Oh, we might have to come in and back.
Okay, that's fine.
He just scheduled it with Rez. Where'd I put my phone?
Probably forgot about it. We'll be getting the other teams in here. The team captains and leaders in. For shameless plugs for recruitment for their teams. I think that's even more straight up and on now that we know something's on the horizon.
Okay, Hills, I might have to go ahead and bow out for the night. I am keep drifting off, man. I gotta get my schedule back to normal. I appreciate you guys tonight, and I will definitely see you guys Wednesday for before the match, and then during the match, and then after the match.
Yes, sir. Sounds great.
Right.
We
You
probably
guys have a
wanna-
good night.
We probably want to confirm. Just start confirming team.
Okay, I'll get on them. I'll get on them first thing in the morning and start trying to hustle some of these guys to make sure that they're good.
Right now, he's got one planned for 8 p.m. Eastern, but I'll see what's up with it. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. Dear Lord.
Got two special guests that want to come in tonight and join us. So get ready for this, guys. Dexter, are you there?
Yep.
I need you to go ahead and spectate
Hey guys.
Sniff and also Nate. Welcome in, Sniff. How you doing, sir? Leader of NFTG.
I'm great.
How you doing there, sir? Glad to have you out.
Thanks for having me. This should be interesting. It's a first time out for this group of guys, so it's going to be interesting. And here's my number one Bat Chat player for our whole clan, Nate Master.
How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty well. Excited to watch our other team get to work.
Yes, sir.
Got a lot of training to do before this next WCL tournament, so we're trying to get this second team going. The last WCL we had a second team, which Nate was a part of, and they did really, really well. And hopefully we can mimic that this go round. So hopefully these guys with very limited experience together, this being their first scrim together, hopefully they can pull off some surprises, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, and it
takes a lot of practice, and we all know that these guys from Eye for an Eye are experienced comp players, so
well, yeah, I mean,
interesting.
Right off the top, you see Vader and you see Darkstride. Both those guys were super players with Law of 8. So Eye for an Eye's been growing, and these guys, man, they take no prisoners. And it looks like we're honestly gonna have the same lineups coming out. Let's see what the final pick is from Eye for an Eye. So Sniff, what I'll do is I'll have you go down the NF2G side, and then I will go down the Eye for an Eye side here. So go ahead, sir, with the NF2G side.
Yeah, we got Satan Stalker in a 140, Miss Ray in a Bat Chat, Browning in a Bat Chat, Crip in a Bat Chat League in an IS7, RNG in a Chieftain, and Ace Tanker in a Chieftain.
Alrighty, over on the Eye for an Eye side, here we go. Vader in a 140. Waffles, Reaper, HK, all in Bat Chats. Darkstride coming out in the E5. Rain Man and J-Dog, both in Chieftains. Here we go, guys. Round one. Told me you may need another commentator. Talking on the stream, so they don't know yet that you guys joined. Now they do. Now they hear you guys coming in because of the delay. Right.
Oh, I thought he was making fun of us that we
no.
too many in here.
No, he was honestly thinking that.
I was going to say, me and Nate will just talk enough for like a half a person.
Well, that's okay, because Dex is kind of a quiet type guy, and I got Stinger in here, who is my unrelenting force of being honest and truthful and straight up. So it's going to be an interesting blend of all of our commentating here. All right, boys, here we go. First start out, round one. See how they do this. Looks like Eye for an Eye is going to rotate out their mediums to go out to the one line. Heavies of Eye for an Eye going up the line. Let's go check out what's going on over at the NF2G side. Crip Killer really up there. Crippled Killer, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said Crip Killer.
For those of you who don't know, he's kind of an old head player, but Crippled Killer actually is also known as Dankin Tanks, if anybody remembers that name.
He's dodging some shots there from the Chieftains. He's in the house for some cover. Gotta love RNG.
Eye for an Eye is in a really tough spot right here with using their gun depression. They're going to be hard to dig out of there.
If NF2G can figure out where the mediums are, we can send somebody behind their eye for an eye heavies to get shots in the rear.
Yep, they're coming in heavy right now. It looks like Browning did get to manage to spot up Reaper, but does not spot up Waffles, so he knows there's at least one.
Looks like NF2G is going to get stuck fighting on two fronts, and that's never a good thing. You don't want to be split. You kind of have to take advantage of their split.
Browning taking a risk. Oh, he makes it through. Only a little bit of track damage.
Yeah, but he took too long to run. Now he's just going to get melted.
Vader runs into HK. Browning now ammo racked. Browning going down. And F2G needs to start rotating out here. Miss Ray of Sunshine Ace Taker up top, trying to get shots into the E5.
Crippled.
Great focus fire.
I'm amazed Crippled didn't take more damage there. He was all by himself for like 20 seconds. His teammates are in there now, but
Aiden Stalker taking out Darkstride there, using his full-on sustained fire to work over. But now here comes the Bat Chat of HK in. You would have thought that maybe the other trio of Bat Chats from would be charging in, but right now it's 3-on-1 scenario. Eye for an eye in big trouble. Vader trying to get over there to help him out now. Super Waffles digs that round into the ground.
gotta finish off HK. There he goes.
Down.
Now Vader. We gotta focus Vader. He's one shot. There he goes. Ace Tanker out of the fight, but it looks like NFTG is gonna have this, or NF2G is gonna have this one. That was a good overmatch. They recognized the push by the mediums a little late, but they did counter it correctly and push that middle.
Waffle's gonna go ahead and do a run, get it reloaded, see if we can get a couple more damage in. Stalker chasing him down though. Like everybody else is gonna go ahead and split it. Try to get Super Waffles on out of here.
Nice track shot there by League. Makes it a little bit easier.
There it is. NF2G coming out.
GG's.
Taking the first victory on game one. Swap sides here. Stinger, did you do the honors of going down the damage?
All right, we'll go down eye for an eye first. They got, let's see here. They're Bat Chats, trio of them. One of them pulling out 2481, 2474, and then the other one pulling out 1700. Unfortunately, Rain Man with a trip 0 on the Chieftain. That's always a killer. Darkstride with 94 damage, and the Object 140 with 281.
Not much there for him.
Over on NF2G, the IS-7's doing work there, or one of them at least, with a 3257. And then we got an Object 140, looks like, with 3181. And then Bat Chat pulling out trip 0s there. Browning got caught out a little bit, but the others at least came in hard with roughly 3K damage that combined there. And then let's see about blocked here. Anything?
You guys got enough, or do you need help?
Oh, Ants were in a broadcast right now, but no, they don't need any help.
Oh.
We had enough
Okay.
NFTG
Sorry about
guys.
that.
Oh, it's okay.
No, you're good, bud.
Oh, man.
You want to watch with us, Ants? Nope.
There we go. It was good to see that a lot of the crew from NFTG coming
Yeah,
out
we
there.
were all here ready to support these guys if, certain if they didn't have enough for tonight, we were prepared to fill in. I'm really happy that all the NFTG guys came out tonight, just to be prepared to support our second team. But luckily, we didn't have to do that. So
You want to go ahead and open up?
win-win.
The room? We're gonna have Reckless Bandito. Are you down? Getting ready to come in. These are the new workups, as I was saying, that are joining Eye for an Eye.
Oh, I know those two gentlemen.
Yeah, it's Eye for an Eye is shaping up, man. These guys, the guys from Law of Eight that were competitive, are getting the itch again, and they're settling in at the Eye for an Eye level. So this is going to be great.
It's good to see all these. I mean, we consider ourselves a West Coast team, but Law of Eight is perennial West Coast. So looks like maybe we and them could get together and do a scrim every day, every week. It'd be nice if the schedules work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be
Late night scrims.
well, yeah, and that's the awesome part is be able to, a lot of the West Coast teams be able to come and do the off-stream matches and stuff like that to get their ranks. Because yet again, the WNF rank's going to be used for seeding and placements and things, and then also some hybrid also for the teams that have not been ranked. Next, they have 11. It's just because we have the three.
I know, I was just warning them.
Okay.
I know. It's us 3 plus 11 over there equals 14, which is one less than 15.
Alrighty, here we go. Nate, would you want to roll down the NFTG side? And then Stinger, would you want to roll down the Eye for an Eye side?
I certainly can. Go ahead with NFTG.
Alright, so we got Satan Stalker in the Object 140 again, Miss Ray in the Bat Chat, Browning in the Bat Chat, Crippled Kill in the Bat Chat. Replacing League, we have Suchill in the IS-7, RNG is in the Chieftain, and Ace Tankers in the Chieftain again.
Very nice. For Eye for an Eye, we got Reaper Souls in the 140. We've got a trio of Bat Chats with Super Waffle, the Hated Stoner, and HK. Vader's pulling out the E5. Reckless Bandito and Rudown in Chieftains. What? Yeah.
I just realized the Hated Stoner, he's also old Law of Eight also. Wow. That's becoming a super team. That's pretty awesome. Kind of scary.
Yeah, I know Darkstride actually used to be in Nightmare, an NB part.
Yep.
Next thing you know, we're gonna see Snowfy Sun join, and who else? Coozer.
That guy's
and
nasty.
those other
Man,
8 guys. Oh,
I ran so much with Snowfy, man. That guy, before the 113 was cool, that man would just, I watched a game, he went 6v1, and the other guys were, this was on, we're good to go, their decks, go ahead and roll her out whenever. But, so, it was on Siegfried line, and we did some pretty decent damage. We were in a 3-man platoon. It was me, Snowfy, and then Bilinear Cash. And me and Bilinear get caught out, and then Snowfy continues to clutch, doing 12k damage in a 113 and destroying 6 to clutch it. So,
yeah, he's a fantastic player, and Azire was also terrific. The two of those guys were definitely Law of Eight's best players, but haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, it's been definitely a while, but you can definitely tell a new season of competition is coming there, Smith.
Yeah, you're starting to see a lot of people pop their heads out of the ground and coming out of hibernation.
Here we go. See here, so Eye for an Eye this time is going to send up the Vader and Reckless Bandito
That is interesting.
up to the armpit. But
these three mediums from 8 are going to get completely isolated here. It's peculiar. I wonder if NF2G is going to recognize that overmatch and just slam on them.
Well,
they're all spotted.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do it because, I mean, the Chieftains in the proper positioning, they can definitely hold down for a little while, especially with the Para-Chieftains.
I don't know why NF2G isn't just rolling on them right now. It's just slowly meandering towards them, but this should have been a bum rush right here.
Bandito, Vader, and are you down? All holding down the fort in the armpit.
How do they still have all their health?
Mediums. It's going to be interesting to see how HK and Super Waffles up there.
Wow, Browning just went in all by himself. Everybody should have gone in at the same time.
Brownie.
Oh my gosh.
There comes Circle the Wagons. Bandito goes
1-7 down. Browning is down. NF2G heavies have to get in there.
Focus fire a little off from Eye for an Eye side. Reaper Souls needs to get out of there now. No reason to stay in there. He's way outnumbered, but it might be too late. Killa's got to be reloaded.
Cripples.
But Souls can get crippled.
Yeah, he's going down. He's going to go down. Oh, he just gets tracked.
Oh, Crippled gets that reload in. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked and surprised that Waffles and HK did not advance. But it looks like they're going to hold off and try to cover Stoner, but this is going to be one hell of a push coming from, and there's the base reset. A lot of obstacles in between the other Batchats up on the hill. They're going to have to quickly focus out this ray of sunshine.
And it's 2 against essentially 4, but
yeah, I was thinking if those Batchats
Crippled
were
is
able to get
staying way back there. He's smart enough to know that he's a one-shot, so he's just going to stay as far away from him as he can. Offer some overwatch if he can.
You got 4 tanks with an extra gun, pretty much.
I was really surprised that the pair of Batchats stayed up there that long. I mean, they could have had the speed to join in, and NF2G would have got paid. It would have been game over. If NFTG would have got caught out there, but now they're electing to sit there and try to snipe out RNG. There you go. Got some bounces in, but now they're both on reload again. Ace Tanker coming over the top. They're going to have sustained fire coming from the other Chieftain. Comes Ace Tanker, is going to have the side of HK. Nice focus fire. Call on the Super Waffles. So they focused him out first.
Ace is going to have HK right here. I was going to say it's going to either be a ram kill or...
I think their Eye for an Eye split up their tanks too much. They didn't, even if the mediums had come off the hill, the damage would have been done by the time they got there. And while they might have evened it out, I still think that NF2G would have come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, NF2G kind of. I'm like, come on, guys, what's taking so long, you know? But they finally got all their guns in there. The only thing I would offer to say to them is, you know, a couple times we saw Bat Chats go in all by themselves. They need to all go in together. Like on one occasion, I saw Miss Ray run in there and get. I mean, she did kill the guy, but she got melted. And then on 2 occasions, I saw Crip go in. And I know Crip's calling tonight, so usually the caller does call the push, and everybody else is kind of slow to respond, but they need to watch that. But
well, Browning went in extremely early considering, but
Go ahead, Stinger.
all right, on eye for an eye side, we got 2,400 off of Bat Chat, another 1,400, and almost breaking 1,000 there by Stoner. The Chieftains tried to do work, split about 2K, and roughly 1,000 with Vader and Reaper in the E5 and 140. On NF2G side, we have 140 looks like pulling out 2,800, as well as Ace Tanker with 2,777. If he'd been able to get that ram kill, he would have been the top there. We have Miss Ray Sunshine coming up next with a Bat Chat with 2,500, and then everybody else at least almost broke 1,000. Browning went in a little early, got focused out, but got guns turned at least, if you want to call it a little small
tactic.
victory. Yep.
Alrighty, so we're going out to the next match.
good shooting by the heavies from NF2G. They're taking advantage of the fact that the Bat Chats are going in early, I guess. I guess you could say the Chieftains are just putting in work.
Hypernide, strong on steps. This is one of their maps. They tend to not, their success ratio on proc is hit and miss, but they do have a higher success ratio here on the steps.
Yeah, I don't think we've gone over this map with any of these guys, so this will be interesting. I think the only player that has any experience on this map at all is League.
This one and Sand River are two of my favorites to call.
I gotta step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Stinger, if you would go down the eye for an eye side, and then I will go down the NF2G side.
I certainly will. They're still missing 2 tanks.
I like their lineup so far. Now, if Eye for an Eye comes out with 2 Chieftains, that's going to be a nasty, nasty setup. I wonder if we're going to see a light tank come out of Miss Ray of Sunshine.
They've already got 7 picked.
Oh, they do. Yep. I was blind. I'll do them really fast here. Ace Tanker coming in with the Chieftain. Gotta love RNG also with the Chieftain. Chill and League, both in IS-7s. Browning coming out with the Bat Chat. Stalker coming in with the 140. And then Crippled coming in with the T62A.
You called that one Hells with the pair of Chieftains, but Eye for an Eye. Let's see here. They're pulling out Super Waffle and HK and a pair of bats. Vader, Rain Man, and Cowboy and a trio of IS-7s with Reckless Bandito and J-Dog pulling up the duo of Chieftains.
That is a nasty, nasty combo. It's going to be interesting how they work this out. NF2G is going to have their hands full with that type of a tank loadout. Can't count out over there on the NF2G side, coming out with 2 IS-7s and then the 2 Chieftains, and then a little bit more mobility with sustained fire coming out of the T-62A and the Object 140 with a burst damage backup. So it's going to be interesting to see how both sides play this tactic. Looks like NF2G is electing to go ahead and go down C line. They're probably going to post up some mediums. Probably there at D4, and then maybe another one at C5. And then I for an Eye is going to push it. This is what I thought they were going to do, was going to risk it for the biscuit and try to use the mobility of their team to light everybody up. Browning really going deep into the field, running the ditch. I really don't like that ditch. You get caught out so easy and so quickly in there. They're trying to get some quick spots, but no one there to be spotted.
Yeah, that is definitely the ditch of death. I think NF2G is going to get caught out here. There's just too many hold down good spots to shoot from over at like C2 and from D2. It's going to be very difficult to pen them IS-7s and that Chieftain, those Chieftains.
Waffle's putting in some work there, man. Getting some shots into Ace Tanker. Yeah. Ace Tanker getting caught out in the rear, but Waffles is in big trouble. He has to fall back, but Crip and all of those guys don't realize there's a wolf pack of IS-7s. They're spinning around, but it's almost too little too late. Here we go. They're going to try to run, but IS-7's on their butt very quickly. Can they make it? Nice focus fire into Vader. Look at NF2G coming back, stopping the push. The mediums are going to make a way there. I do like the position of NF2G with their Chieftains here. They are a hold down there.
I wonder if they're going to go push HK, because HK is all by himself. They think they're going to be pushing them all by themselves, but they don't realize Waffle's already come back. .140s against the 2 Bat Chats. Not going to be good for the 140s, I don't think.
HK missing his shots.
Good shield by Chill there, or Satan of Chill, or Browning.
Waffle's going in on Browning. Waffle's tracking him.
Bat Chat's out.
Yep.
Oh, Bat Chat's out. Satan's got to get after him.
Try to get the ram kill, but here comes the IS-7s now pushing back down.
They're going. Yeah, they're going to. They took Crypt Killer for free. Satan's got to get Waffles.
Oh, there's the track.
Nice
he
track.
Instantly fixes it. Instantly now. Stalker up in the open. This is a brawl. Waffles is going to get out of here.
Oh, Waffles is almost reloaded. Satan's going to retreat. Good move by Satan there, because the heavies were coming after him.
A little bit of cat pressure now being put on. Eye for an Eye has the lead, and
they just have such a hit point advantage.
3 on the cap. That means 1:08. Get there. Actually, it's kind of deceiving the way the clock is.
What they need to do is get Satan over there. Satan has got to get over here in the B2 spot behind that little ridge. That's where I would tell him to go. Or one of the Chieftains, but
40 seconds left on the clock.
Satan's going to get run over here. He's just pushing way too far up.
In this position here, League and RNG have negated their armor bonus being downward, but Vader getting ammo racked. Instantly fixes it, chasing down Stalker. Here comes Waffles. Waffles snapshot into Browning. Can he get a reset? Oh, he misses it. Can RNG get it? There's one reset. Waffles down, but now the IS-7s are back into play. Vader going down. League and RNG pulling off the base. We're going to have a fight. Cowboy now going to be facing off against... Oh, RNG turned sideways. Here comes J-Dog. Focus fire being called by Eye for an Eye on who? League
I
is
was
being
trying to get
focused
League,
out.
it looks like.
Rain Man's going after Ace Tanker. Ooh, Reckless Bandito. Oh, Amarak into League. Cowboy, Reckless Bandito going to be rotating into RNG. Rain Man taking on Chill and also Tanker. Big props in the Rain Man. He has been holding off this other pair of tanks.
Yeah, he's bouncing all kinds of shots.
He could take out Ace. There we go. A little bit more even. 3-to-1 scenario.
Ace stayed alive for a long time though. I'm surprised.
Rain's just got to keep him tied up. Here's the kicker. You got Cowboy going to be coming in. So 3 guns to 1. Chill is staying nice and
3
relaxed.
against 2. If he can get Bandito here, it'll be a fight.
Bandito's smart, waiting for Cowboy to get up there. Use Cowboy with his higher health pool. Chill's just got to relax. Bandito going wide. Cowboy's locking him up there. Cowboy trying to block so Bandito can get a shot.
Nice. Okay. It's a fight. It's
You know,
a fight.
I like the
Chill's got
aggressive
more hit
strat,
points.
but with the 10 seconds left, I think that keeping that chieftain just secluded would have been better off.
All right, so here we go.
Wow, that was a good one.
NF2G is going to take the victory. This is a clear and cut victory due to the simple fact of 4,500 damage to 2814. Because in the tiebreaker, when it goes to a tie, it is the tank's remaining health and damage output. Wow. NF2G pulled
And they
That was
both ended on about the same amount of health.
If they'd have just kept one of the other tanks alive, Bandito hadn't gotten himself killed there.
Yeah, it would have
That
been
was
good.
a victory for Eye for an Eye.
It would have been. There we go.
But this is all in good fun, and I'm not blaming Eye for an Eye for just trying to kill Chill there. Sure, if this was a tournament match, they probably wouldn't have done that. But
Oh, Stinger, you want to go ahead and run down that damage?
Certainly can. We're going to go down Eye for an Eye here. We got let's see here. 2 of their bats, looking like they pulling out 3K combined. Let's see here. Any block. Not much block, that's fine. Their pair of chieftains pulling out almost 4K with Reckless Bandito doing 2654 and 2K by J-Dog. Their trio of IS-7s putting in some good work with 2814 from Cowboy and 1377 by Rain Man. And on NF2G, we have block. Yeah, that's what I thought. Chill with 4K damage, but also 2200 blocked. Any of that
Good game,
environment
Chill.
was real good. T62A and got caught out a little bit, but 17 damage. Gotta love RNG and the Chieftain though with the 3K and Ace Tanker with another 2K, so 5K combined there with those Chieftains. And Bat Chat and the Object putting in 1300 and 1700. But I do love the Bat Chat. For what shots he fired, he hit every one, even on the run. So good job on Browning there with the 5.53 pin.
I'm really, I have to say, they looked like seasoned veterans the way they played that map and the way they rotated and got away from the push. And I'm really proud of them that they really played that well. I liked how Satan Stalker ran away when he realized the Bat Chat was loaded and the IS-7s were coming at him. I like how he, got out of there. It was that was a really good one.
Alrighty then, so I'm going to say big giant shout out going out to Ifer and I. Thank you guys for coming out, and also NF2G. Great job, guys. Super excited. Now, with NF2G being unranked, they receive full bonuses here of beating a Silver Division team, plus also getting a 3 and out. So they're well on their way of getting ranked in the WNF ranks.
All right, guys, I'm going to go congratulate my boys. Thanks for having me. Another great broadcast from you guys. I thank you again.
Thank you for joining.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir. Have a great evening. Oh, Stinger, what'd you think of tonight's evening?
Lots of fun, fast pace. I always love it when it's at not turtles like what we do. Trying to get my guys out of it, but hey, sometimes you got to fall back and try something. I did like the aggressiveness on from Ninja's group. I always love to see it. Good try. I really wish I could have seen those Bat Chats come off on proc though for this last one here. It would have been fun to see what would happen whenever they crashed into those chieftains if they could have got there in time.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was also wondering was one of those if those
because they hadn't pushed over the ridge, but I'm curious because their gun turrets were all fixed there. If you could have crashed 3 of them, if you could have got maybe 1 of them out and then just try to disrupt and discombobulate everything, I think it would have been something to see.
Yeah, exactly. Getting those Bat Chats back into the fight and seeing where exactly that they would have lined up and landed, it could have turned the tide on that Brock game. So, but for everything here, Stinger, you got any last words before we sign out of this?
No, thanks for listening. It's always fun. Glad to come out and see you on the field.
And for me, glad to see all these teams coming out here. You guys are amazing for coming out and doing this for the community and putting on a hell of a good show. So I want to say thank you. Tune in on Wednesday. Got some great blockbuster matches coming out for you, as we do every day that we throw up this stream. Just a reminder. So Ifer and I versus N, Hells versus Murphy, 12-120. That's going to be interesting. And then BK versus Odium, 768 format at the 10 p.m. slot. But from everybody here at WNF, I say thank you for coming out. It's been amazing. But we're out of here. Have a good night. Leading out of here, I Don't Care by Hell Yeah, off their Undeniable album, brought to you by 11-7 Music.
Drag my name all over the place. I don't care anymore. You can tell everybody about the state I'm in. You won't catch me crying, cause I just can't win. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you